Hello YouTube, Robert from Texas here. I was thinking about this the other day about perspective. How the way you look at things, the way you perceive things, affect your whole life. If you have the perspective of things are just this one way, and let's say it's a bad situation, and you're only seeing it in this one direction, and all you see is the bad, well, that's going to affect your whole life. That's going to affect your whole outlook. You're only seeing bad things. It's a bad situation. It's just, and you get this one perspective. But if you change your perspective, you just change the way you look at things. Look at it from a different angle. Take someone else's eyes and pretend that it's your eyes. Look at it from their eyes. You know what I mean? Just totally change the way you perceive something will help you to deal with whatever situation it is. One example I can think of is there was a show on TV, and I can't remember what it was exactly, to be honest, but it was kids in high school. They're getting ready to go to college. This is an old show too. My goodness, I can't remember. But the whole premise was that they were getting ready to go to college, and they were concerned about, I got to take these classes. We're going to have a different set of sets, a different way of living, and it's going to be what major should I choose, and they don't know what to do, and it's all worrisome. And they're just seeing it like this, and it's like there's a whole new adventure out there, and it's like all worried filled. This is gonna be all bad. And at the end of the show, the resolution was that they're still gonna take the same tests, they're still gonna take the same classes, a whole new atmosphere, a whole new environment for them. But they changed the way to look at things. They got excited about, well, this is a way of them exploring their lives, a new way of thinking about the future. They're thinking about their careers, potential careers, that if we take these classes, it means this. If we take such classes, it means that we're going to learn about this. And they become excited about going to college. And yet they're still going to be taking the same tests, same classes, in the same kind of environment. But where they had that worried perspective, they were just going to be all concerned about not knowing what to do, classes to take, what the future has in store. They changed their perspective, and it was, wow, this is going to be exciting. We don't know what classes we're going to take. We don't know what future is going to hold for us. And there is a whole future for us in college. We can take these classes to pursue this type of career, and so on. So it became an exciting venture for them. Whereas before, it was all worried because they didn't know what to do. And yet they still don't know what to do, but they're excited about it because they're seeing it in a different way. Maybe their outcome is different. Maybe they, well, I don't really know what their outcome could be, because the premise of the show is just them getting excited about what could be possible. And the same thing at the beginning was the show was what could be possible. They only saw the bad things. They were so concerned, so worried about this new adventure, that if they just saw it in a different way, it's still the same adventure, but they've got a different outlook. They're seeing it in a different way. Does that make sense, you guys? And it's a way of just seeing things in another way, another fashion. I think of another example was, I think it was in a book about how, say you're asking a girl out at the grocery store. You wanna just strike up a conversation, and you finally got the courage to ask her something like, "Hey, what's the time?" or something like that, right? Something silly, and that girl doesn't give you the time of day. She just kind of maybe grumbles something and walks off. And in that situation, what you're thinking, what your perspective is that, whoa, she hates me. She thinks I'm goofy looking. She thinks I'm dumb, or something like that. And you feel bad about it because you're only seeing it in that situation. Right? That's your perspective. But now, if you were to change your perspective, seeing it from a different way, say you weren't say you weren't the one that was, in the conversation, but you were seeing it like from the other aisle, you saw the two people talking. Maybe you would notice, maybe that girl was just having a bad day. Maybe that girl didn't speak English. Maybe she feels real uncomfortable being approached in the grocery store or something. Maybe she was in a hurry. Something totally unrelated to you. But yet your perspective at the moment was, she hates me. She grumbled off and walked away. That's all I see. She hates me. And yet on the other end, the other side, the other perspective, you had nothing to do with it. Maybe something else was going on with her, right? So just change your perspective and you'll see things in a different way that will help you to lighten your mood, to alleviate some pressure, some stress in you. I think about this other time situation at work, and I don't remember exactly what the situation was, but one employee all of a sudden garnered new responsibilities. And it was weighing really heavy on her. She was concerned. She only saw it as, oh my gosh, I got all these things to do now. My manager's giving me this extra work, and she didn't know exactly why. She didn't ask, right? She just all of a sudden incurred all these new duties. And that's all she could see. It was like, I got all this responsibility, all these things to do. And she was worried about, how am I going to get this done? What am I going to do? And I remember she was talking to her friends, and I was happening in the room too. And what I came up with was just see it in a different light. I said, see it in a different perspective. And we really don't know what happened, right? But I was thinking about maybe your boss has a lot of faith in you, has a lot of trust in you, sees that you're a good employee and wants you to do more work because she knows you'll get it done. She's got a lot of faith in you. She wants you to take care of business. You're helping her. So that's why she's pushed down a lot of work on you. Just another way of thinking about it. Instead of being concerned like maybe my boss is, hates me and that's why she's giving me all this extra work. Where maybe my boss really likes me, trusts me, and wants me to, that's why she gave me all this extra work. Seeing it from a different perspective. So that's what I think about sometimes when things don't go my way, or I'm having a rough day, I'm having a rough patch, whether it's with another person, whether it's just a situation, that car cut me off, right? And like, that person went, and if I change my perspective, something may be wrong with that person. They're in a hurry. They got a medical emergency and they didn't mean to cut me off in the road. And that helps me to just kind of cool me off, see things in a different light. It's not always about me. Just changing my perspective changes my outlook, makes me feel better. And I try to do that with a lot of things. And I know a lot of things we take into ourselves. It's like, oh, it's heavy, it's hard, and it hurts. And man, but you're only seeing it in that one way. And it may be hard, maybe difficult. It takes practice, I believe. Just changing that whole outlook, changing the way you see things. You might see a situation in a better light, more positive light. Help you to alleviate your stress and make you feel better about yourself. So, change perspective, change your outlook, and go on and live a better life, you guys. Really, it's just thinking about things differently that can have a real effect on your life. Okay? Alright, you guys. It was just a quick, short video about changing your perspective. Let me know what you guys think. Please comment, like, and subscribe. I'm learning that's a thing you got to do when you're on YouTube. And leave some comments, really, because I want to know what you guys think about changing your perspective. Are you so dead set on one way of looking at things that you can't be flexible enough to see things in a different way? Let's talk about examples. Tell me what you guys think. Alright, you guys. Hope you're having a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.